Hey everyone, Cell here. Welcome to a quick guide on Sextant blocking. Once you get to a certain point in either solo self-found or if you want to try this for money making for whatever reason, it is highly advantageous to block common Sextant mods so that you get the rare ones more frequently. And here's how you do that. First of all, you're going to want to pick up this node in the Alice passive tree, Enduring Influence. Sextants you apply to your Void Stones have one additional use. So pick that up. You're also going to want to have 4 Void Stones for this. You can technically do it with only 2 by blocking 1 mod, but it's obviously better if you can block 3 mods and have a 4th Void Stone to keep using new Sextants on. Then you're going to want some Sextants, of course, and some Chaos to buy some Surveyor's Compasses from Kirak. So I'll buy a handful of those. And what we're going to do here is we're going to use our Sextants without any special condition, except whenever we hit a mod that says players and enemies take increased damage of a certain type, we're going to hold that one, we're not going to roll over it. And if we hit a Resonating or Gloom Shrine, we're not going to roll over that one either. So we're going to do that for 3 out of the 4 Void Stones we have. So we should end up with 2 that say players or enemies take increased damage, and 1 with a Shrine. So we can demonstrate that here, and any that you're really dying to keep or get more of, you can go ahead and seal. But right out of the gate, we did end up getting a Shrine one, Metamorph, not too bothered, Unid'd map, okay, Enraged Sextant, you know, itemize whatever you think is worth keeping. For me, that's pretty much everything that I feel bothered enough by to warrant clicking over. And, you know, if you don't get the mods that you're looking to use for blocking for a minute, that's fine, because that means you're getting the rarer mods anyway. So there's one, cold damage. I'm gonna roll over this one. And we're looking for one more that says players and enemies take increased damage. So that one's cold. And once that happens, okay, chaos. I can explain a little bit more about how this works. This is kind of annoying. I might move this one over to this side so I don't have to drag my mouse as far. But essentially, to get into the details of it a little more, the way this works is, as everything else in the game, Sextant mods pull from a pool, and you can't have conflicting mods on the collective number of Void Stones that you have. So what I mean by that is, enemies and players take increased cold damage here for additional packs that deal cold damage. I cannot roll this mod on this Sextant, or this Void Stone now. Same with Chaos, I can't roll this mod on this Void Stone. Same with the Shrine, I can't roll this mod on this Void Stone. This mod is special, the Resonating Shrine, because it shares a mod group with the Gloom Shrine. So either Resonating or Gloom Shrine will work for this. These 3 mods, along with the Gloom Shrine, fire damage, physical damage, and lightning damage, all have very high weighting relative to the other Sextant mods. They have 1,000 each, whereas things like the Enraged Sextant mod, if I can find it again, has a weighting of, I believe, 250. By blocking these 2 mods here, that's 2,000 that goes away, and by blocking a Shrine, that is another 2,000 that goes away, because it's 1,000 per mod, but you're blocking 2 mods, essentially. That brings the total weighting from about 24,000 to about 20,000. So in terms of a 1 in X rating, if you're going after Enrage strong boxes like I am, that is normally about a 1 in 96. and blocking brings that down to about a 1 in 80. So a pretty sizable increase in the amount of good sextants you're going to get, because other things of a 250 weighting also go from a 1 in 96 to a 1 in 80. So all of those things adding up means you're going to get a significantly higher number of sextants over time that are actually good and the ones that you want. So I personally think this is always worth doing for solo self-found. Essentially, to itemize the compass costs 1 chaos. So the question is often like, if I keep putting mods on here, this one is not really one I care about, so maybe a bad example. This one's fine though. Splinters and emblems dropped by legions are duplicated. Would I pay 1 chaos to have 4 maps worth of this modifier? Absolutely. So then you itemize it. Chaos outside of the map device is, you know, very limited in use relative to other things, especially in solo self-found these days. So really, chaos should be used as a mapping currency, whether you're itemizing the sextants or using it in the map device. If you're in trade, there is the possibility that you can profit from things like this. You'll have to do some math that I personally don't care to do, sorry, but you can look up essentially how expensive certain compasses are, certain sextant mods, and weigh that against how rare they are and how often you'll get them on average. And yeah, it is one that can make you profit by not really playing the game, so to speak, if you consider killing monsters to be playing the game. It's one of those things where you can put in the grunt work for potentially big currency gains, similar to using Harvest to reroll scarabs or whatever else, really. So I thought I'd mention that, even though this video is mostly for solo self-found. Anyways, that's pretty much about it. You can seal these later if you want to use them again without having to roll for them, or you can just use them up and reroll for them again next time. Not a huge deal either way, especially if you're doing it in bulk of, you know, 100 plus sextants. I still have over 500 to roll through here. But yeah, that's about it for me. If you thought this was helpful or entertaining in some way, a like, comment, or subscription would be much appreciated. If you want to see more videos going forward about a particular subject, definitely let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Peace.